Hi, this is Shelly from Frugal Family Home, and I wanted to show you how to proof yeast. I know when I first started working with baking yeast breads and things like that, the recipes always said proof the yeast. Well, what does that mean? And so I thought I would share with you how to proof yeast, just in case you don't know what it means either, because I know I didn't when I first started. The first thing you want to do is you want to have some yeast, and I buy my yeast in 2-pound packages, and this yeast is an active dry yeast. I get it from Costco, and I seal it up in my vacuum seal bag here, and I take a little bit out and I put it into a container like this, and this small container stays in my refrigerator. Why would you want to proof yeast? Well, you want to proof yeast so one, you know the yeast is active and it's going to work in the recipe. If you have yeast that isn't active or isn't any good anymore, you don't want to waste all the flour and oil and eggs and what else you might put into there. So doing this, you can find out right away if the yeast is still active and if it'll work in the recipe. It's nothing worse than making a couple loaves of bread and having them turn out like a brick because they didn't rise well because the yeast was dead. Another way is to make sure you don't kill the yeast. Now, first thing you want to do when you're proofing is to have your water measured out, and this is a 1 cup of warm water, and you want warm, you don't want hot. Warm water, about 120 is about the maximum you want. Some recipes will call between 120 and 130 if it's a quick yeast bread. And so just go by the recipe. If it doesn't tell you the temperature of the water, then just keep it to where when you touch the water, it just feels warm. You don't want it hot. If it's too hot, it will kill the yeast. And then you just want to measure your yeast. And I need a tablespoon for this, and just measure it and sprinkle it on top of the water there. And then we'll close up my yeast here and get that out of the way so we don't splash any water in it. And then I take a little small whisk like this, and I just whisk the yeast in, and just to get it all moistened and damp. And sometimes it'll stick to the edges. And I use a little whisk because sometimes it can really stick really bad to a spoon. And so this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's already a little bubbles are forming on the top, and what we want it to do is we want it to bubble more. The more it bubbles, the more we know it's okay. So we're going to leave this for about 5-10 minutes and let it go, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how it looks. Okay, and then just after about 5 minutes or so, you see there's a foam built up on top, and this is all very foamy on top, and that's what we're looking for. So here from the side, you can see how thick the foam is on top of the yeast water. So that's what it means to proof yeast. And now this is ready to go into the recipe. And if you like this video, I would love to have you subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.